At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we're going to
Pop stars with auto-tune.
Yeah.
And dentists with asking questions.
So, how did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.
In 81, he was 21. He called the water his own.
All right, look, man, we're getting ready to go. Throw the bow lines off first.
Fishing.
Because I am the goddamn captain of this boat.
Drinking.
We can't forget about smoking.
Thinking about how crazy this life feels.
Because, what about getting high and getting drunk?
Running on empty.
Some kind of goddamn podcast or something.
With Mr. Windy.
See if he answers. Last I heard, he was with one of his shrimping buddies, and they offered him a place to stay for $100 a week.
That sounds like a deal.
That's a good deal. $100 a week.
400 a month. Some months 5. Really by the week or 400 a month?
You get in a fight or something?
I'm busted up, man. You want the truth?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this? This is Charles.
Yes, it is.
What are you doing there, Charles? How are you today?
I'm doing fine as frogs here. Who's this and how are you?
Yeah, this is Mr. Thompson. I'm calling about the job.
Right?
Are you interested?
I am. Yes, I am.
Do you remember coming in?
Thompson.
Yes.
I remember talking to Joe. What boat are you on?
473.
Right. No, I talked to Joel and gave him my number, and I'm definitely interested.
You see, the thing's going to be though that we're going to need somebody to work real hard on the boat. Are you going to be able to do that for us?
Oh, I've done it on every boat I've ever worked on.
What other boats have you worked on?
Oh God, I worked with Chinook on the Green Flash way back when. I worked with her on the Galaxy. I worked on the Miss Cher. I worked with Jesse on the Miss Amy J. I worked with my brother Steve on the Penny V way back when. I worked with Ricky Edge on the Odin. So
Now-
over the last, 30 years, I probably worked on 10 different boats, and I have a good reputation on every one of them.
Excellent. And what about the fact that we're going to be gone for 3 weeks? Is that going to be okay?
Oh, it's lovely. If you were gone for 3 months, I'd love that even more.
Okay, and what about, can you pass a drug test? Are you able to pass a drug test?
Yes, I do no drugs.
0.
Zero. When somebody wants to burn a joint, then I'll burn a joint with them, but it's OP, other people, so I don't buy it.
Okay, what about hand jobs? Do you give hand jobs?
Oh, okay. Now who are we talking to, Gentry?
I told you, no smoking. You should have said it's a smoke-free workplace. Smoke-free workplace.
Oh, man, I thought maybe you were going to give a hand job or something, possibly.
Let me think now. Maybe to a girl. I could do that to a girl. Are you a girl? Last time I heard, maybe. I don't know.
Are you saying there's something wrong with being a homosexual? You know, it is 2020 almost, Mr. Windy. It's okay to be gay now in America.
Yeah. You know what they call me? And I talked to them up there on the radio in Michigan. They had a couple of gay guys in there. And I said, now they're calling me. Holy cow, let me see where they're yelling at me. Probably Jesse. Hang on. So let me ask you about these gay guys. Yeah. There's Jesse yelling at me.
So that's a yes. That's a yes?
Hang on, Gentry. It's Gentry. I'm trying to get rid of it. I said, Jesse's yelling at me. Okay, Gentry, you have heterosexuals. That's men who like women, women who like men. You have homosexuals. That's men who like men. You have lesbians. That's women who like women.
And
They're
then
also homosexuals.
you
Lesbians
you
are
also-
homosexuals.
hold on, you also have asexuals.
Yeah, Jesse got green-eyed niggers. But anyway.
Wow.
Whoa, hey, what's the problem over there, man? You know that you're not supposed to say that
I
word.
thought we were talking about sex.
No, Jesse does it all the time. He's right here right now.
He does?
There's
Jesse.
probably none around.
No, listen, let me finish. I asked these gay guys about heterosexuals, homosexuals, and lesbians. I said, what do you call someone who doesn't want anything to do with any of them?
That's asexual. Asexual.
That is asexual. It's asexual. That's what I am. I am asexual. So you know what? Hand jobs? No. On me? Yeah, me? Yeah.
Now, you can't be asexual if you want a hand job.
I've now met 2 asexuals in my life. Both
Yeah.
off the
I'm
rails.
sure one of them, but let me
Well,
tell you
one of
something.
them was in love with you, right?
Weird.
That Gentry is looking sheepish
Gentry,
and embarrassed.
Let me tell you something about hand jobs that I learned from, I don't remember who it was. If you use your other hand and you turn it over, it feels like somebody else is doing it.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
A little rub on there.
Gloves, too.
Yeah,
Gloves make it feel like somebody
I
else.
tried it. You know what? I tried it and I could have sworn it was still me doing it. So I just went back to my left hand.
You know, there's a new robot at Radio Shack that does that.
Really?
Yeah.
Got soft hands?
It's
Shit,
yeah,
that's just
attachments,
done,
different attachments.
Hang on there.
Why are you getting yelled at?
Are you getting paid? Because I don't let people raise their voice to me that aren't paying the
I
bills.
don't need them, Justin. Yeah, I need
By
nothing.
God.
There's an air mattress right
Yeah,
there.
I need nothing. And nobody will come on here.
Nobody come on here.
Yep.
Door shut.
Yep, the door will be shut and nobody comes on. Yep.
Is Jesse
All right,
giving
man, I
is Jesse
appreciate it,
giving
man.
you a place to lay your head?
Well, I'm talking to Jesse right now. Jesse's on the radio talking to me. I ought to let you say hi to Jesse real quick, but he's pretty busy. Here's Jesse.
Okay.
What's the
Okay.
action, Gentry?
What's up, Jesse? Man, it's been a while. How you been, brother?
Oh, I'm still alive.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
killed me yet.
You're out there, Trico. How's my man Blaine doing? I miss my
He's
brother
running
Blaine.
around here somewhere,
Yeah.
turning a wrench on something.
Does this red tide do anything to you guys when you're shrimping out there, or that doesn't affect the shrimping?
No, we go out past all that shit.
Yeah.
That's inshore. You know, we go 100 miles straight south when we leave, so we're away from all that shit.
Has Trico been affected at all by the tariffs? These tariffs at all? Has that affected you guys, or all your stuff is here in the U.S. of A? These shrimp.
No. Well, that tariff is on imported shrimp, so it helps us. If anything, they need to put a bigger tariff on it.
Nice. Well, that's good. So
We're,
how's business been overall as far as the shrimping business from where it was 10 years ago?
It's not, well, it comes and goes, man. We have 3 or 4 good years, and then you have 3 or 4 shitty years, and so all the money you made on the good years, you save up, and then you use it on the shitty years, but it keeps us working. We keep a paycheck, I guess.
That's cool.
But this
cool.
last year or two has been horrible.
Yeah, the 2018, 2019 been real bad. What do you think it is?
I don't, BP probably.
The oil out there?
Yeah, that shit's starting to show up now.
Well,
so.
were you able to get in on that lawsuit money? Can you go in, or is that that ship set sail?
No, yeah, I got some BP money. All of us did.
Nice.
All the fishermen that are legal did it.
Well, that's
You know,
good.
we all got a chunk of change.
That's
it
good.
wasn't,
But it only lasts so long, you know. So
It wasn't nothing spectacular, 20
Yeah.
grand or something, you know.
yeah, that ain't nothing.
No, that's 2 nights at the strip club for me.
Yeah, I know how you roll, Jesse, my main man. Well, make sure you send
All
my
right, bud.
best to George. I was just telling somebody about the parties we'd throw out there at the goat farm back in the day.
We used to have some parties, man.
I remember a story where I'm not going to name any names, but one of the shrimpers is on getting one of them lap dances from the. They have big party out in the woods, kegs, drinks, parties just come in from shrimping. Big ass Gulf shrimp they'd bring in for us to eat, and they had strippers out there. This one guy, Sweaty, had putting $100 bills on his forehead and having the girls get up on his face, rub their hoo-ha on his face, and take the $100 bill right off his forehead. I don't know if you were at that party and you remember, You know,
Yeah, I remember.
that was good times, man. So, yeah, my best to you guys. And
I remember when you Dukes of Hazzard Cape Coral Bridge before it was finished.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. That was at another radio station where I was in the station vehicle, and they hadn't finished the bridge yet, and it had a little opening. I gave it all I had, and then the police came and got me. I ended up having to go downtown. Yeah, and then I got bailed out, thankfully, by the radio station. That was good of them to step up. So it all worked out, and then we made some good radio. But, man, I'd go
out to the woods on the weekend and start partying about Wednesday night, and everybody would be calling you, the radio station. They'd be calling you at the radio station requesting David Allen Coe. We're out in the woods partying. They'd be trying to hunt me down, but they couldn't find me.
Yeah. Well, how are you doing yourself? Everything okay, man?
Oh, I'm great, man.
That's good to hear.
I'm doing great.
Well, my best to you. I'll have to come out there and see you guys, and I don't know what the hell.
I'll give you some shrimp. Come down the beach whenever you're down here. Give me a holler. I'll hook you up.
All right. Sounds good, Jesse. Be good, man. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
By God.
By God. That's Jesse. He's one of the baddest asses I know. This guy could whoop 20 guys' asses at the same time. But not Charles, because now Charles is over there jerking him off. Now they're probably going to put that on me, that Charles is over there hanging around the fishing docks on the radio now.
That's right.
And so, yeah. Wow. What a phone call to find out that Mr. Wendy is asexual. And then the other weirdo that I know, also asexual.
What about, no, never mind. I had a terrible thought.
Like putting the two of them together and
that
see
little troll.
What would happen if you put asexual with asexual.
But the little troll has a car.
Yeah. And he could go pick him up.
And he'd do it and hook him up with some pills.
Oh, yeah, he would. Mr. Wendy wouldn't take him. He's not a pill taker.
Well, he does zero drugs. But he will smoke OP joint,
smoke other people's joints, and he'll drink a beer.
I don't do any drugs. No drugs. I mean, I will smoke a joint.
Other people's property.
I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
Well, the weed now in the state of Florida, all you have to have is a license to smoke it. It's legal. He could be out there.
I got to tell you, my wife has got a satchel of 9-pound hammer.
Oh, that stuff will hit you right on the head.
In her car. Now, the laws that used to be, if you bought a little bowl or a bullet or some type of paraphernalia, which they sold at gas stations and things, if it was brand new, it's legal. But once you use it and it has resin in it, now it becomes illegal drug paraphernalia. Well, for a person that has a prescription, they also can have the little bowl now and all the fixins.
I don't think you're supposed to have it in the vehicle. Well, I would think you're not supposed to have this aroma of marijuana in your car because I believe obviously the law is you can't drive while intoxicated.
But I sit in my parking lot and drive. Now, see, I don't do it because I don't have a card.
But think about it as beer. You actually shouldn't smoke marijuana now and get in the car and drive, or they could get you for a DUI.
But what if you have a prescription for marijuana so you can drive? Because you have anxiety about driving, and so
see that might be a loophole. You might be able to make your way through that loophole. But I know,
your officer, I have a prescription to smoke marijuana.
But just like if you have a prescription for an opioid that you take for your back, you're not supposed to be taking those and driving a vehicle.
Okay.
So a Xanax, for instance, is for anxiety. I don't think that you're supposed to pop Xanaxes and then get behind the wheel. So I think in no instance, maybe you might be able to tell.
What about like a school bus driver? I mean, don't you think a school bus driver should be allowed to take a couple of off of their medical marijuana card?
Depends on who they're driving. I mean, are we talking about the school kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's a good idea.
Because that would hit the spot, especially with a bus full of kids.
Yeah, if you had to deal with a bus full of kids, you might want 3 or 4 joints.
Down. I will hit the brakes again if you don't sit down.
You little sumbitch. I'm trying to hit my joint up here.
Watch me brake check these kids.
Man, Mr. Yandel's up to his old tricks again.
Sit down.
I'm going to tell my daddy.
Don't make me pull this bus over.
Hey, you fat ass.
That's it. That's it. I'm pulling over.
I'll kick your ass. I don't give a shit, school bus driver.
Mr. Yandel is walking down the road. He's leaving us here.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly. So the update on Mr. Windy, it seems as though, is he has a place to stay at this point, it sounds like. We overheard, I felt like, the guy, Jesse, saying, you can stay in this little spot, but no bullshit going on here.
Yeah, but he didn't really tell us. And why is he not on the phone telling us?
Why did he hang up on us? I don't understand.
Because he felt like it was an interview, and when the interview's done, you just hang up. You got a speed dial on that thing? Because we need Charles on speed dial. What kind of phone system you got over there? You got a real radio station equipment going on?
Running on empty with Mr. Windy.
Yeah, kind of. It's a little older, but, it's like that Cadillac that's from 1988, big body, one of those big motors in it.
Yeah, air blows cold.
Drives right up. It's like it's on top of a cloud. Smooth.
Oh, yeah, that's a 401 suspension.
Oh, yeah, AC blows real cold.
Any gas. You calling about the job again?
No. I ain't calling you about no job again.
Why you hang up on us?
Yeah, I'm concerned about you.
Up on you. You were talking to Jesse, and Jesse hung up.
Okay, well, here, let me just tell you this, Charles.
Are you homeless?
No. I would rather him not be hanging around Jesse, my friend, and then now what's going on between you and Jesse? Because I don't want Jesse
Hand
mad
job.
at me
I thought it was
for having you over there.
What? Hey. Jesse's a very, very lifelong friend of mine, and he would never be mad at you for talking to me. Why would you think he would do something like that?
He's going to think, oh, Gentry got Mr. Windy back to town, and now he's got him out here hanging around the shrimp boat, so I feel bad. I'm going to have to get him a place to stay.
Gentry, I'm back. Gentry, I'm back on the Galaxy. Jesse just came and opened up the shrimp boat that I used to work on.
Oh, you got a room on the boat?
I got the whole boat.
The whole boat.
So Jesse's taking care of you over there?
Yep.
Very nice.
So you got a kitchen on the boat and the whole shamil?
It's called a galley, but yeah, there's a galley on here.
Okay, so that's where you're going to be resting your head every night, safe and sound, is in the galley.
At least till Monday. Not in the galley. These things got 4 bedrooms in them, Gentry. I take my pick.
Oh, you take your pick.
Is there like a master?
Hey,
And how much does that cost? How much is that going to cost you?
it's not going to cost me anything. I just talked to Joel, who's a supply house manager. I said, since Kanoki died of an H overdose, who is the captain on the Galaxy now that Jesse's telling me to get on that boat?
You telling me you're the captain?
Jesse, okay, let me finish, because you know how you are. You told me one day, you talking to me? I said, yeah. He said, I don't want to talk to you. So same thing now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you.
Right. So listen, when I asked Joel, I said, Jesse wants me to go get on the Galaxy and at least stay the weekend and keep an eye on that boat. I said, who is the captain now since Kanoki died of a heroin overdose? He said, it might just very well be you. And I was like, well,
that sounds like a good deal.
I'll go ahead and stay on here for the weekend and talk to Grant when he gets back Monday. And if I am, of course, I'll never, patch things up with George, but I'll have to find me a damn good striker, and I'll take this boat out.
You're going to be the captain of your own boat, your own vessel.
Gentry, I used to captain the Texas Lady, so I have captained the boat before.
And how far do you have to take that boat out?
And do you have to have a special license?
No, there's no license for a shrimp boat captain.
Great.
Zero license.
You're not taking like a charter boat. You are not taking people out. You're responsible for your crew's safety, but it's not like you're taking tourists out and you have to have a Coast Guard license on a shrimp boat.
No, how many guys do you have? How many guys, if you were captain in your boat, how many guys are you going to need on the boat?
Myself and 2 more.
So 3 guys?
You can go what's called two-handed. I have been two-handed with other captains. That's the captain and 1 other man. That's called two-handed.
That sucks, I bet. Two-handed.
Well, you make a lot more money because you're not paying the 3rd man. The 3rd crew person is called the 3rd man. Then if you take 4 people, that person's called the header. So if I could find a
To get a
really,
girl to be there.
really good. Now they're yelling at me again out there, man. If I could find a really good striker, which is a rig man, I run the wheelhouse and I need a striker to run the rigs like I do. Usually the captain runs the wheelhouse and I run the rigs. Now,
Why can't you make it good with George?
because I don't trust him, Gentry.
You don't think you could bring him out there and he'd be a good striker for you? You think he'll end up doing you wrong?
No, he would be a good third man. He would be a good third man. He would be a good third person. Which if I take 3 people, then I would take him. But no, he the only experience George really has is working on grouper boats. He's worked on a few shrimp boats as a third man. He has never worked on a shrimp boat as a striker or a rig man, which is second in command.
How many runs do you have on a shrimp boat, would you say, in your lifetime?
Say that again.
How many runs on a shrimp boat? How many times have you gone out on a shrimp boat?
Okay, that's called a trip. That's called a trip.
Okay, how many trips have you been on?
How many trips have you made? In my lifetime, going back all the way to 1985.
1985?
Wow.
85 is when I come here looking for my brother. I just got out of the Air Force. I came looking for my brother here.
Seems like just yesterday it was 1985, my man.
It was 85. So
The requirements for the Air Force must have been lower in the 80s.
I got about, I don't know, 10 years to 95 before I became the fuel man here. And then 10 years, you make about 18-day trips, come in for a week. So that's about 1 month. So 12 trips, 18 days, 2 trips a month.
It's taking you an awful long time to figure this out.
Hey, no.
He's been on some trips.
Hey. I got Jesse yelling at me on the back deck, okay? I'm trying to listen to him and you. I can't ignore him.
This was the number one song when you went on your first trip. 1985, number one.
Hey.
Remember this song? Do you remember shrimping to this song?
12 trips a year from 85 to 95. That's 24. Then I became
Just
the
caught
fuel
some
man,
shrimp,
and
and I've been drunk for an hour.
Captain Wendy.
Yep, I'm going to change the name of the boat to Captain Windy. Guarantee it.
I can care goddamn it.
Three sheets to the wind.
Captain
Go
Wendy.
JC, you ought to come out here because if they offer me this boat, like Joel said, the my house manager, I used to work out there too. I said, who's the captain on that boat? He said, there ain't one. I said, maybe it'll be you. Because they know I've worked this boat before, two-handed, myself and the captain, so I know how to do the captain's job.
Can I give you a suggestion? I would try to.
You Gentry, you can give me, as long as you don't include a hand job. No.
All right, no, all right. And I don't even want to go there at this point because that asexual thing, man, it threw me for a loop. I know another asexual, and he's got some similarities to you in different ways. I'm gonna have to get a couple of asexuals together.
Hey, all I tell people is I'll shake your hand, but that's about it. And that goes for men and women. I'll shake your hand. I will not hug another man. I'll hug a woman, but not a real hug. Just a quick little grab and pat her on the back and say, sorry about your love.
You don't have to act so tough on the show, Mr. Wendy. I mean,
no, hey, no one's acting tough. Let me tell you something, Gentry. When other people touch my skin, it feels like a snake crawling on me. Like a snake.
Yeah.
It ain't me. If you take your left hand and you touch your right arm, you know what you're doing. If somebody else does it, to me, it feels like there's a snake on my arm. I'm not touching somebody else's, so get off me and get away from me.
It's a poor diet.
And then you just tell them, shut up, I don't have any money. And even if you have money, tell them, I ain't got any money. I thought you loved me. No, I don't have any money. What do you want? Can you they call it a blessing. Can you give me a blessing? Yeah, bless you. No. They want dead presidents.
Can we get back to talking about your
My God, he's
ship?
going to be captain of the ship.
Captain of the ship. That's more exciting. So this ship, I want to just give you a suggestion, and it would be to back off on the beers. Today you sound very clear, by the way. Today, I feel like you're on it. And if you want to, go ahead and tell me you haven't had that many beers. I know it's 3 o'clock. You've maybe had 2 or 3.
Hey, listen, funny boy.
You sound good today.
3.
You sound good.
I've had 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, but I can remind you that they're all 3 are number 25s, which translates to 2 each. That's 2 12-ounces. So now that makes it 6. And they're 14% alcohol, like wine. So that basically makes it about 12 right there. And I'm not even
Man,
done
he's
with
got
this
his
one
beer
yet, so-
math down.
Okay.
Now then.
What I would like to
Well,
tell
no,
you
no,
is
no.
is that you only have a couple beers in you today because you're sharp as a tack today. So what I would suggest is the way you're marinating yourself, continue with the same marination. 'Cause you're very sharp today. Because the first
and
day
you know,
you got to town, and I'll give you a little. Actually, it was the second day you got to town when you came here with your friend George.
Yeah.
You were hammered that day. I mean,
Right.
completely annihilated to where
Hey,
I might, if I was Joel, I might say, hey, I'm not sure if I want Mr. Windy captain in a ship.
Okay,
You know,
now hold on here, man.
because you were hammered that
Hey,
day.
hey, man, and now I'm going to just talk right over you. You can talk all you want, but I'm going to talk until I'm done. That's why I need 200 words to answer a yes or no question. So now I'm going to talk. It's time for the dog to speak, and then if you talk, I'll just talk right over you. Here's the deal. I just came from Michigan, and I've been stranded there for 3 years, and there's 15 foot of snow on the ground, and I'm having to ride a bus all the way back, and I cannot wait. It wasn't until we got to Tennessee that the snow was gone. So, as soon as I got my feet on the ground, and
What does this have to do with you drinking? What does this have to do with you?
I'll talk right over that. There's no snow on the ground, and it's hotter than a snake's clit. It is hotter than a snake's clitoris here.
Okay.
So, I'm happy to be hot and sweaty versus cold and frostbite, freezing. You know, when you're really, 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 really cold and you get into your 50s, you don't handle it as good as you did when you're in your 20s and 30s. You know, older people, their blood gets a little bit thinner or whatever happens to them. But I see now why. Oh, now you ought to make it. I'm getting ready to hang up. But yeah, right there, man. Right there. That's him again.
What does he want you to do?
I'm just letting the air out. It stinks in here.
What'd you
No,
do?
I don't leave him open. I'll close it. I'm just letting it out. I'm sitting right here.
You got to go back and get to work. I want to make sure you get your boat all set up out there, ready to go.
That's what Jesse just told me. He said, don't open up all them doors on that boat. And I was like, I had to because it stinks on here, so I'm airing the boat out. If I'm going to be responsible for the boat, I want clean air to breathe.
So is this the Galaxy you're on?
Yes. So you go on my Facebook page, my first one, where I'm holding a chainsaw,
Yeah.
you will see pictures of me and the Galaxy when it was hauled out of the water. It's
All right. What
huge
about
boat.
the Big Daddy? Is that still operating out there?
Yeah, it's right down there. Yeah, it's down there, about 5 boats down. Yeah, it's Big Daddy and the Big Papa. Yeah.
All right. So when will you know if you're going to be captain in this ship? Did they give you a timeline?
Monday. When everybody gets back, they all take off for the weekend.
Man, you got like 5 Facebooks. What the hell?
I know, and it's not my fault. Charles, Wendy, Shaw. That's Facebook screwing that up. Charles Gary Shaw, the third one.
Is
But
it
the original one that I had,
WKLT in Cincinnati?
WKLT, yeah, that's WRXK or whatever the fuck they call that. But
Is that the
if
one?
you look at the one with me with a chainsaw, you will see pictures of the Galaxy when it was hauled out getting a bottom job done.
Now, what is a bottom job? Is that like a hand job?
No.
Sounds like that might be what you need over there at Fantasies is a bottom job.
When you look at the picture,
I'm
you
looking.
will know what a bottom job is. It went from having
Sex.
moss and grass and barnacles to sanded and painted with paint that does not let that shit get on them. So you look at the picture of the Galaxy on my original Facebook page, and you'll see what a bottom job is. The bottom is nice and pretty instead of green, long seaweed and barnacles that slow the boat down. It's very inefficient. So they have to haul the boat out, scrape the barnacles, scrape the seaweed off, then sand the old paint off so new paint sticks and put new paint on there. Get the boat back in order within 24 hours so that way the paint does not lose its effectiveness by being out of the water too long. It has to get back into this copper. There are copper flakes in the paint. This does not allow barnacles and grass to grow to it.
So you were on the basketball team?
I've been there too, yeah.
I've shot baskets with Mr. Wendy. He's actually pretty good. You kind of
Yeah.
you got a nice. You're a lefty, right? Aren't you? You're a southpaw.
I am left-handed. That's right.
I don't
Yes, I'm
see no
left-handed.
boats coming out of the water.
No bullshit. You go on my original Facebook page.
What does that mean?
Bullshit,
What
Yandel.
does that mean?
Fuck
Are
you,
you selling
Yandel.
Ray-Bans online?
We'll get you logged into your Facebook thing. So, are you working at the radio station next week, or are you shrimping, or are we? I mean, is this?
I'm planning on being at the radio station next week, but I have to keep things, What if you don't come through and I say, oh no, I don't want to go shrimping?
Have I ever not come through? I mean, if you give the opportunity to go shrimping, make you a big pile of payday where you could come back and get you a nice place to stay and get everything
Right.
set up, I would say do that. And
Okay.
and I would even still give you the money that I promised you for next week, so that you could have the $100, and then that way that will help you.
Gentry, if I make a trip shrimping, I can honestly tell you that your money will be no good with me. I'll have my own money. Your $100 or $200, I appreciate it. when
But
I'm
you
broke,
lose
but if I
money
got-
too sometimes.
Listen, if you're
Yeah.
the captain of if you are the captain of one of these boats and you make a 40-day trip, you can live about 9 or 10 grand. So if I got 10 grand in my pocket, sweating a small shit, which I'm not trying to be rude or mean or disrespectful, but $100, like you told me, I got $100 for you next week. $100 won't mean shit to me if I got 10 grand.
Yeah,
So-
but it might at some point.
Well, yeah.
10 grand ain't gonna last too long. By God, I see the way you like to drink and smoke and have a good time, and plus you're a real giving person. I see you hand money around, and then before you know it, you're liable to get punched in the mouth, and somebody's gonna take 20 from you. Is the way it seems like it's gonna go.
No. Those days are over. Those days are over.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Nobody actually punches me in the mouth. You can.
You can
grab
take
my
your jacket and grab your coat and take your money.
Yeah, that's what we call Atlanta niggers, and I don't believe there's any of them here.
Oh yeah.
No, they're different. These
And you
are
ain't
called
got no
big-
boat pictures on this damn thing, man.
Hey,
You got
you know what
pictures of
they
little
call these
bracelets
niggers?
that
Hey.
you sell.
These niggers out here are called Santa Claus.
Hey man, I don't think you're allowed to say that on the show here. Like we have we have some brothers that listen. You know, I don't think they like that word.
I am in the galley.
Yeah, I know, but right now you're on the radio with probably 5 or 6 people listening, and two of them are black.
Well, no, they told me you're on some kind of podcast and all that. You're not live. You're not actually on a live show. You're on a podcast. So
Who told you that?
Who said that?
George. He said, "Oh, it sounds like some kind of podcast." No, I was listening to you and Gentry the other day when I was there. I said, "How were you listening to us?" Because he ain't live on here on Muddy Country. He said, "No, it's some kind of goddamn podcast or something." I said, "Okay, well, I
we
didn't know
got
that."
a switch that switches it to
Yeah,
live.
you can go live. You can record. We can do it all here from the bowels of our industrial backdoor one-timer.
We've even got the old FM transmitter.
We can get on our transmitter and get on it, Tater. So
I'm done with
so
this
I would
Facebook.
just watch your, I would watch what you say, man. I mean, isn't that kind of offensive? I mean, we've gotten past that. There are some really good African Americans out there. I know a lot of them. You know, our boss is black, man. Shaq.
Let me remind you, first and foremost, Gentry.
Here's a picture of
I
him
can
naked with
remember-
omelet.
Gentry.
Yeah.
I can remember what I was doing the day you were born. So don't you tell me how I should run my life. You run your life, and you seem to be doing a good job at it. I'm still alive, and I'm going to outlive you. And I'll tell you like I told Hama and everybody else, don't sit there and try to tell me, oh, the way you're going, you'll be gone in no time. Bullshit. I will piss on your headstone, and I will mash cigarette butts out on your fucking grave. Not yours. I told Hama time.
Yeah. Well, I would hope you wouldn't say that to me. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you that on the air, you probably don't want to use that kind of language.
Okay, now I'm just going to start talking over you because I'm on a limited minutes on my phone. I'm just going to talk over you.
You still have limited minutes on your phone?
God damn it, never mind.
If you can't let him talk, it's on Mr. Wendy's time. Bum, bum, ba-dum. He says he don't talk to you. Man, Mr. Wendy. Yeah, well.
So you think it's Charles Wendy Shaw or Charles Wendy Shaw?
He said he was the one with him in the chainsaw.
But it's not. I didn't find any pictures in there. They only got one friend.
He doesn't know. You just listen to him.
That's okay. I found some Trico shrimp business. Some pictures of these here boats he's on. That's good. I'm glad he got him a boat there.
Yeah, but see, the thing is I don't believe him. You know what's really going on over there?
What?
Is that Jesse's feels sorry for him. This is what I think.
Putting him on a junk boat over here. They're not using.
And we're not using that boat. He's got nowhere. He's been around there since I dropped him off, which was, what was the last time me and you were together? Because that was the day I dropped him off. Monday. So he's been there all week. So now they're finally probably, he's a likable guy when he's around. They finally just say, let's find him a place. Let's just put him in there. But I don't think they're going to trust him on a ship of theirs where they're going to fill it up with hundreds of dollars of fuel with thousands of dollars worth of equipment.
And food.
And he's got no money. And send him out there with 3 other guys thinking he's going to come back. You hear how irrational he is. Yeah, he's a character. We all love Mr. Wendy.
But you don't think he'd not come back?
I believe he would come back, but he's liable to get on the phone with you and be like, I'm not coming back. Unless I get 3,000. I will sink this boat right now. God damn it.
At the bottom of the Gulf.
And I'll have all your fucking money, and I'll take a cigarette butt and I'll put it off. I'll put it out on your penis, motherfucker.
Tombstone. I'll piss on your grave.
At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we're going to
Pop stars with auto-tune.
Yeah.
And dentists with asking questions.
How did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
What?
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.